Man, what's going on, everybody? Man, y'all see I'm back, man.
What it do? Good.
Captain Gray got a room full today, for sure. If y'all don't know by now, yes, it is an interview. Once again, this is not no collect. It's almost like a gathering in a sense. We in a reunion right now today. That's how I'm feeling. Uh, at the bottom, I got my lovely co-host, which is my family member, Nikki, also known as Tanika Francois. You know what I'm saying? And to the right, y'all, we got the interviewer or the interviewee, excuse me. Bentley Records, known to be new artists, dropping a new single to release the weekend. I don't know if it's out yet. He'll let us know probably today when it is dropping. I got a few songs in the arsenal, so we might play just a few. I might try to pull one out of him today, y'all. This is one of them like that. He a fusion of music, you know what I'm saying? R&B, soul, hip hop. I like to stick to his genre, like he call it funk hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Been mentioned in few magazine articles: Go Bang magazine, Voyage magazine, Bold Journey magazine, Vince magazine, official Thickk magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than my man's TSWANG. You
hey
know,
man, family. What's up? What's up? What's up?
what's good? What's good, brother? Appreciate you coming to the platform and giving us a chance to be able to talk with you and see what you on, man.
With
Uh,
an introduction like that is all my pleasure, brother.
man, definitely got history in the building, man,
Yes, sir.
for
Yes,
sure,
sir.
man. If y'all don't know, I'm gonna just get it right out of my system in the beginning. I started doing music with a group called the First Family in South Bend, Indiana, numerous years ago. It's been almost 2 decades now. Uh, I've been friends with them that long, so it might as well be 2 decades.
Oh,
This was the first place I actually got to do a song with them at. It was in Funk Hop Production Studios with this man here, and he got to see he got to see us like kind of finding our way in a sense. So it's a pleasure to be full circle and
man,
had this man back on here, where he at today.
man. But see, y'all was already ready. Y'all was already there.
Yeah, we was. You see, we was getting there, man. That
Yeah,
session
man. Oh,
was
I mean,
like it was. That session was like a party at one of the houses, like
yeah, man,
literally.
real talk.
Man, for real. But like I said, man, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on here.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
you giving your time to us today. Me and Nikki definitely got some good questions for you, and if you want to right now, you can go ahead and let the people know who you are, where you from, what you do, and they don't know like we know, so you
Well,
need to let them know.
I'm T Swang. I'm currently with Bentley Records. Singer, songwriter, performer. I've been doing this thing for a minute now, actually. I might not look my age, but I've
Right.
been doing this thing for a minute, and I've been doing things in the community, and bringing younger artists up too, as well as writing for some industry cats as well.
Oh, is that
We'll
right?
get
Who
more into it.
who who do you that had a chance to actually touch the pen for, man?
Oh man,
I remember you doing some moves back in my time, but I never got a chance to hear who you done actually did from. If you'd like to share that.
well, I've worked with. I'm gonna go back. Anita Baker wrote stuff for her back in the
Okay.
day. Um, and of course, everybody know about me meeting Teddy Riley. I mean, that's the man, and
Right.
having to write for him and write with Jay Styles from Blackstreet, with I can't get his name. Oh, Thrill the Player from the 69 Boys. Um,
Okay.
JT JT Money done some stuff with
JT
him.
Money,
Well, we've done some stuff. I didn't write for him,
man.
but I did a remix for
Right.
Thrill the Player 69 Boys. JT Money
Hmm.
Uncle was on it, and currently now working on a song with Coffee Bean, who had that song My Boo out, which was a multi-platinum Grammy Award winning song.
Man, so you done got some work out here, man. You
I'm doing
it's
all right.
things I never know. I know you be working, but these things I don't know. And man, that's
Wow,
crazy right there, man. So yeah, that's man, Teddy Riley.
I was
man.
about
What?
to say, this was you did an interview with a radio DJ where you talked about the story where you met Teddy Riley at the camp or something. Can you tell
Yeah,
us that story? I was trying to tell you about it.
yeah,
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 tell us about
definitely. This was July 16, 2016. We were in Indianapolis. My A&R director, Shorty G, my brother, he had hit me up and he was like, "Man, hey, I need y'all to come to Indianapolis. I think they was doing like Black Expo or something like that." I said, "Okay." I said, "No doubt. I'm not doing anything else, so I'm gonna head out that way." So we get out there.
Hmm.
I didn't know what he had planned. He was like, "Yo, man, I need you to go up to the gate because we got there. We were thinking that okay, we're gonna be out there in the midst of people, but we're gonna be like just in the midst of people. I didn't
Right.
think I was, being
You was
VIP or
about
anything.
to be next to the people.
I was thinking like that. I said I'm gonna go enjoy Blackstreet. That's my favorite group. So on and so
Right.
forth. And so get that man. Shorty G was like, "Yo, I need you to hit up Boo, which is Teddy's manager." I said, "Hit up Boo." I said, "I ain't got Boo's number." I was like, "I ain't got this number, bro. Where you be?" He said, "Well, no,
Right.
I'm gonna take care of that. All you gotta do is walk up to the yellow tape, and when you walk up there, let Boo know who you are." I said, "All right." So I walk up there with my crew, walk up there, and I said, "Boo." He was like, "TSWANG, y'all come on through." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, bet." So we walk through, and as we walking through, these guys getting out of the SUV, Cadillac SUV, and it's Blackstreet, right? And some of the new members are in there, and Teddy's there, Dave Hollister, and all them cats. So I was like, I said, "Yo, that's Blackstreet." I said, "Dang, we about to see them. We about to see them perform." I'm like, I'm a fan at this
Right.
point. But yeah, we're
Yeah,
about to
it
see.
said the fan you done took over.
Yeah, boy, And so I'm like, man, I walk up there and Teddy, they was going into their trailer. Teddy turns to me, goes, "Swang, that." I'm like, I said, "What the?" I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Yo, hold on, what just happened?"
He
And
just
so,
walked up to you like he knew you for real.
yeah, and I'm like, "Yo, what just happened?" And so, I'm thinking, okay, I done met the crew. I'm good. So the next thing
Right.
I know, Bulldon was like, "Y'all come on out here." And man, we in VIP with all the big stars. I'm talking Beyonce's produced. I'm talking all the actors that you see on TV. I'm talking
Oh man.
Shanice Wilson. I'm talking Flex. I'm talking everybody's out there. Matter of fact,
Man.
King Rod was there too. I remember seeing him there. Everybody was there. And so we just mingling and whatever. And Dominic Wilkins walks up. And I'm like, "Hey, that's Dominic Wilkins, man."
Look,
And he was like, "What's up, young man?" And took a picture with, I got all the pictures and everything. So at this
man.
point, I'm not T Swang. I'm just a fan of everybody.
Hey, look.
I'm, I'm just freaking out right now, right? So I look at my wife and I go, "This is crazy." She's like, "This is nuts." And we both just like, "This is crazy." And so everybody's out there mingling and whatever. Then the next
Man,
thing you
that's a
know,
blessing.
it's true blessing because we right there. Like when Blackstreet stepped out,
Hmm.
all I if I would have reached, I can touch the members. That's how close we were to the stage. And so I'm thinking, I don't need nothing else. I got to see Blackstreet. I got to meet Teddy. I'm good. Next thing you know, Shorty G hits me up again. "Hey, listen, man, when the concert over, I need y'all to go to the hotel." I said, "Go to the hotel?"
Right.
I said, "Is it a party there?" He said, "Just go to the hotel." And so when Shorty G say something, listen, because
You
that
go.
dude is connected. He know everything. And so I go to the hotel, walk in. First person I see is Jay Styles, which I get
Mm,
to him in a minute. And he walk up to us and he just talking to us like he's been knowing us forever. Okay.
mm.
And Jay Styles, he's from the group Blackstreet. And
Right.
so I see this group of females, and they're singing to this dude who's sitting in this chair, and he's sitting on top of the chair, and it's Teddy Riley. And so I'm like, oh shoot, that's Teddy. I ain't say shoot. I said that's Teddy.
Hey, no, you can say you can cuss on here. This ain't no,
Okay,
you can
okay.
express yourself. I want to know the details.
So I,
I
I,
feel like I'm
I,
there with you right now.
I get up in there, man, and Teddy over there doing this thing. He just politicking at that time. I've seen this type of play, and
Right.
so he gets up and he comes over there, and right when he comes over there, you see Shorty G starts filming. We're going live. We're going live. You hear him? We're going live, and then the next you know, Teddy's up there. What's up, Swang? And we just chopping it up, and man, we talking, and he like, yo. He said, I got a chance to tell Teddy Riley. I said, man, I just gotta let you know, bro. I said, you're on the equivalent of like me, Michael Jackson. Michael's like one of my favorite artists. And he was just like a humble, just chilled. He was just like, man, he said, bro. He said, well, you got some music? What? So
Bro, I got music.
Shorty G.
Do you know
Shorty
who
G.
I am?
He bring the phone over. He like, oh, he said, hey man, listen to this. And it was a track that DJ Rick did. And
Well, shout
anybody
out
know
DJ
DJ
Rick,
Rick?
man, the legend.
Shout out. Any track he do is like,
Yeah, it's out of there.
man, it's out. So I'm talk boxing on the track, on top of the track. And Teddy heard that. He was like, what? He over there bobbing. I'm in some real moment right now. Teddy Riley bobbing to my music. So I'm
Yeah.
tripping. I said, man, this is crazy. And so the
Right.
next thing you know, he come over there, he said, man, so, and only a person that plays the talk box would know this, the answer to this question. He says to me, he said, man, he said, did you downsize your tube? And I said, yeah, because anybody that plays the talk box know that different tube sizes change the tube sound. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, for that particular song. He said, man, we got to talk.
Look,
He said, we got to talk. So,
man, ladies and gentlemen, y'all hearing the fire stories right now. Welcome to Everyday Grind once again. Hey, that's a crazy session. I just was like there. I had to put myself in the mind frame of, you know, that kind of stardom. That was crazy right there, man. And like you said, it's surreal to even be in that position. And
yeah. And then asking you if he wanted me to write for him. So I said,
mm-hmm.
I got you. And so he ended up calling my house. He called my house. I'm sitting watching the movie. And Shorty G again, hey, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm just chilling right now. Just nice. I'm in chill mode. He said, hey, check this out. I'm going to call somebody, man. I need you to be on business. I said, that. But when I found out who it was, I'm acting like a little fan.
You like, man, what? Like, I need to snap into it.
He said, hey, this is Teddy Riley. I said, ah. I said, what's up, man? And he was like, yo, man. He's like, yo, man, hey, I love what you do, man. Hey, listen, man. I got some business. He said, I got a storybook coming out. I got this doing. I'm working on a new Black Street, working on a new Guy album. This before started to kind of go a little haywire. And he was like, I need you on this. I need you. Like, I sent them 7 songs. That's how dedicated I was to the project. I was like, I'm just now writing like a crazy person. And Teddy Bop was one of the first songs that I sent to him because I had this vision. I said, man, he needs something with that new lingo to it, like bop, because the word bop was starting to spread in the UK, but it hadn't made it here yet. And I said, yo, let me bring something different to the table. So I did Teddy Bop. He was like, that's not what I'm looking for. I said, oh, shoot. He said, I need something. Well, he wanted something a little slower. He wanted this little,
Mm.
that slow vibe. And so
Right.
I said, okay. I said, I got something for you. And I did the song called Freak Side. And that's the song I sent to you, that Freak Side song. And he was like, okay, you in the right
Yeah.
direction. And so,
Right.
long story short, after all that, I don't know if he got sidetracked on something project, I do believe. But he never
Hmm.
got back at me on it. So I was just like, okay, cool. I ain't care. Man, I got the chance to even be the same
Man,
proximity as Teddy Riley and work with him. That man, that's a story I could tell too. I'm old and gray,
that
But
part.
after that, the noise started happening. I started, well, the good noise, working with
Yeah.
Jay Styles from Blackstreet, uh, Steve and Alan from Troop. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, legendary group. For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
um, well, Alan from Troop. Steve, we just talked on the phone about working on some projects. Um, they're the player from
Yeah.
69 Boys. We did a song. And now, of course, I mean, I told you the part about JT Money, Luke Skywalker, and then Thrill Again on a project, on a remix. But now working on something with Coffee Bean, who wrote the song My Boo. So
Right.
now I'm
For
working on a
Usher.
project. No, not with Usher, not that one. It goes, at night I think of you.
Okay.
I
I
won't.
know.
You know that
Okay.
song.
To
So
be a lady,
yeah, yeah,
baby. If you gave me so, give me a couple. Yeah. Come on now.
yeah.
I got
So
my hat on today, you know what I'm saying? I got my musical cap on today, I'm there.
it's just been one blessing after the other, man, from that moment on. And then of course
Okay,
getting married
so
to
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my fault. I wanted to know some story time. I got some questions for you, man, and it is everyday grind. And as I see and hear from what you're telling us, uh, man, you got a lot of stuff that pushed you and kept you going. So, what does a typical day look like? When you wake up navigating, you know what I mean? Like, what's the challenges? What's the ins and outs of the everyday? You know.
well, first of all, you got to stay grounded. And I believe, I believe you got to wake up with that prayer, get that mind going. You got to meditate.
Hmm.
Of course, do all the other things that's gonna make you feel good about yourself. Um, I was fortunate to be married to a beautiful young lady who keeps me motivated. Um, and of course, my kids. We won't talk about them too much because those knuckleheads is doing their own thing. But we
Raising right.
that's all you can do. I mean, because once they're
Hmm.
once they're grown, they're doing their own thing. You just got to respect it and move on, and be there for them. You know. But I exercise when I get up. I still do. I practice martial arts a little bit. I don't participate in like jumping in the ring with nobody, nothing like that no more.
So you ain't
It might
trying to
hurt
get
too
no
bad.
mats no time soon,
No, it
huh?
might hurt. It hurt a little bit stage. You know what I'm saying? But I do still dance. I always write. Before I step and start writing, I try to clear my mind. Um, I get out in the community. I see what's new, what's hot, what's the new, what everybody working on. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
and I try to participate in things like conversations, even online, just to kind of motivate you. Positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from like negative news, because that can really hinder you sometimes. You're trying to stay goal oriented, and you're trying to motivate yourself to move forward. And sometimes you can get too much negative energy that can kind of stagnant. You know.
I agree. I agree. Uh, that was a good answer. Yeah, nah, that's the same here. I kind of get up, everybody moving around, I neutralize everything with my kids, wife. She get up. Yeah, I'm married now. So I done joined the club. We going
Congratulations.
on 2 years. Uh,
Congratulations.
yeah, it's an everyday thing, like a routine. Just as you
It's a
said, get up,
routine.
neutralize the mind,
Yeah,
make sure everybody else good, get on to the workload.
that's it.
Yeah,
You gotta grind.
I mean,
You got some Nikki? You got some questions, Nikki?
yes, of course. Yes, of course. I just kind of really actually wanted to go back to the fact that, like you said, you started literally in the basement. Like I was telling Cody, I remember you coming to the house with a notebook and a big ass keyboard talking about this. I wanted to hear, right? So this
It was hot.
thing,
Don't forget that part was hot.
literally,
So it was hot.
huh?
That summer
Right,
was blazing.
right. You sweating
So the only thing you needed was a fan.
Man,
like so Kool-Aid. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that talk to us about how, we see some of the nonsense that's going on in the industry, how literally you started from the rooter to the tutor without having to compromise, right? Your soul, and that is possible. Like talk to us about that.
I got you. Well, I mean, when you're 16 years old and you step into your first studio, and they're asking you to write songs for or hook lines or whatever they call it for Anita Baker, people like that, and you start to open up for big names.
Mm-hmm.
People come at you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They come at you
What do
because,
you like what?
huh?
How they be coming? How they be coming at you?
Well,
Like what? They be stuff like
look,
different.
you get it from all sides. You got
Right.
the thing. I had people coming at me, and they say Illuminati and all that, but I had people coming at me putting. I never forget when somebody put $10,000 in my pocket. It was like, "Hey man, you need anything?" It's like I was young, but I was smart enough to know what that meant, and I was like, "No, I'm good," you know, because I know what they
Mm-hmm.
were trying to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of it,
Right.
everybody's signing everything today and signing away everything today. It's like there's no conscious about, no self-conscious about self person, taking care of you. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I had grown women coming at me, and I was 16. You
That'd be
know,
crazy.
They talking about
In
you.
yeah,
them compromising areas like that, you know what I'm
yeah, man.
saying? Like you
It
said,
could get
people
nuts.
walking up to you trying to give you stuff, and you
Yeah.
ain't never seen that much at that time, and so it's like, man, what y'all
Uh,
got going on?
So you
I
saying it
mean,
was there, temptation was
huh?
there, but the temptation for you was there, but you just happened to not fall into the trap, and you were smart enough
Well,
to.
I think the temptation is just like right and wrong is in everybody. You just have to know.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You have to know. Look, hey, that's not how I get down. That's not me. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's not my nature.
Hmm.
And you have to know how to say no to us. I mean, I've had people come up to me with drugs and everything, like, "Hey, man, hey, you need this." I mean, not asking me. They say you need this, and I'm like, "No, I don't."
Right. They're like,
You
hey
know,
man, take this, man. It's just to get
right,
token. That's it. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You
I'm
take
natural.
this.
I'm natural. So everything you see on stage is
Facts.
not enhanced. It's just natural.
You always been
Facts.
But
like
they
that.
can understand that.
And that this topic is a good segue into the next question I got for you too, because you
Did,
done
did I answer?
shared.
Did I answer everything?
Did he answer that right?
You covered that for me. Like I said, you stay clean. I was wondering, like, how did you not go down that path? You
Right.
just basically.
I,
Yeah.
and plus, I grew up in a family, man. I mean, everybody in my family they was drinking, smoking something. So I was like,
That's
I
not
saw what it made them do.
You're
Somebody,
like,
and I kept so.
man.
nah, I'm good.
Man, you always got that one cousin and one uncle,
Yes.
and
One auntie.
one auntie
Hello.
on everything, and their kids.
I saw all that growing up, and I was like,
Uh,
you don't even talk about what you see on the streets and all that. So it was like, yeah,
right.
good.
Yeah,
And I
and
was, I wasn't a square type dude either. I was just like, yo, I don't need that.
Right.
yeah, it's
Right.
and that's okay. That's okay.
I didn't look down on nobody who did it. They participated in it, but it was just not my thing.
Right.
Right. And it saved you from a lot of crap. You could have went, like I say, down a whole other path had you not have made the decisions and said no when you did. You know, and I'm proud
Yeah,
of you. Like I said, I think it's amazing. I think
thank
you're
you,
a wonderful example. That's what we
thank you,
need. You know, we need more people like you
Hmm.
that can show. You know, you ain't gotta do drug. You ain't gotta do sex. You ain't gotta do selling this and going there and selling your soul, like you said. You know, you can legit, do this business and be clean.
Clay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
You
love
gotta recognize the that type of energy when it's coming at you. Know how to
it.
handle
Hmm.
yourself. And a lot of these, I won't just say the young artists, they are more susceptible to that
Yeah.
negative energy because now it's okay to do that. You know, it's okay
Hmm.
to, be involved in that situations all
It
the time.
started. It started in the household first. So I
That's
mean,
Hmm.
exactly.
whatever your picture is in front of you before you even get outside is what you're gonna emulate.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely try to push that to my sons all the time. Like when I, talk to my other son, I tell him the same thing. Just stay focused and do you. Like, don't let nobody play with your heart. Don't let nobody play with, play you into doing stuff that you feel like you in your heart that you not. What you'll feel it once you do it and it's done already. You'll feel it, and it's just that easy. Like if you keep yourself away from it, man, you would never have to worry about it.
That's it.
If you know you're a different person, stay different. It's cool. It's cool to be different.
Now,
You don't gotta join the crowd to make your own.
Right.
don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Hmm.
Look, people, I've tried beer and things, liquor back in the day when I was little because it was given to me.
Right. I
Your
mean, it's
grandparents,
part of life.
they be like, here you go. And you be like, okay, you don't know what you're drinking.
Right.
Right.
But when you get mindful, you feel that heat in your chest,
Man, you
Right.
woo.
like
But
this
when you
not
get,
what I was not
that's
what I was
not what I
looking for.
wanted to get out of that. But this ain't Kool-Aid.
Right, this ain't no Welch's. Yeah.
But you get a little wiser as you get older. You're like, okay, that's not
Yeah.
my cup of tea, and you got to know that. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of times, and I'm not going to ever put nobody down because everybody's situation is different. There's a lot of people go through things in life that was put on them. They didn't have a choice,
Hmm.
and it was just
Hmm.
put on. So I'm never gonna look at somebody and judge them in that way because
Right.
every situation is different.
Right.
Right.
And everybody that's watching, I appreciate y'all coming in here watching. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all see the buttons down there. Y'all see where to follow us at: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Uh, with that being said, we done heard some man crazy stories from you already. But what I want to know is what was that moment for you that told you that you was gonna be doing this like for the years to come, where you was like, man, I can make something
Hmm.
from nothing, and then it'd be like, man, you like this it right here, like this what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, whether I got, I'm never gonna stop it. Like what told you that?
Um, man,
I think I told
two situations.
him.
You did?
Okay,
Uh,
I like this, a double answer.
about me.
Well, she telling the truth. She did. She was like, "Man, you got this. Keep going."
For real.
Well, our family is a bunch of musicians and songwriters and such. From my grandparents, my grandfather used to hang with Muddy Waters, BB King, and people like that. They all ran together. They all did moonshine and stuff together back in those times.
Right.
And
That's
my
dope.
grandmother, she was in church, and my mother was in church, and my dad used to sing too before he went into the military. So they would get us together, the kids. I don't care if you was cousins, brothers, sisters. If you was in that house, they put that record on. Everybody compete. Everybody dance against one another. You know, everybody show us what you got. And so, and when I go to my uncle's house, it was like live instruments, a whole band in the living room type of deal. So it was already starting to, resonate and embed itself in my DNA. Even back then, I didn't know it. So once I got into like high school and things like that, well, middle school, high school, well, I did in elementary, I played violin. Played the violin to piano, called myself playing piano. I was cheating, I was playing by ear. I was cheating. I mean, if I hear it, then I can figure it out on the piano. I'll play it, and that's how I was getting my.
That's a gift, if you ask me.
It is because
you
a lot of
people, you don't gotta look at it because music is hard to read.
It is, and a lot of people who can't read music, they adapt to playing by ear, and I found that out through a lot of the musicians I've talked to. But I started right there, and from that moment, I said, "Man, I would look at TV." And it was the Jacksons and James Brown and people like that was on TV. And I was attracted to that. I was like, man, how are they doing that? And it started to kind of sink into my system. And so by the time I turned 16, when I was going through high school, because I was in band, I was in choir, I was in all those things, band ensemble, just kind of going into class, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I didn't know anything about how to actually format the songs. Maybe at 14, I started to kind of realize how to do it because I had cousins who was putting music together too. And we'll listen to the radio all the time. And then hip hop was like the strongest thing back then. So, but I like to sing. And I started to listen to that. And so to make a long story short, the first part of the question, it was that moment when I performed one of my songs to my mother and my father, and they was like looking at me, and they didn't say nothing. And my mom was just like, "Are you gonna put that on the radio?" And I said, I didn't think about it like that. So I had She said, "You should try to get that on the radio." It was like one of the first songs I ever wrote, I said, so I don't even know how to put it on the radio. I just want to know if y'all like it.
Right.
And so the second part to that question is this is like, I'm in high school, I'm doing music, and then I met a gentleman while I was working at Pizza Hut. And his name was Roger. And he was like, "Man, you make music? I hear you over here singing. You make music?" And I said, I was shy, still kind of shy. I said, "Yeah, I make music." He said, "Bring me something. Let me hear something." So I put a tape together. I used to take wires and put my stuff together, blend my vocals on little cassette tapes and try to blend stuff like that because I didn't
figure it out.
4-track, none of that. I had a drum machine, I had a keyboard, and I was good. And I had a microphone.
So as long as you can get it onto some audio,
that was it.
That was it.
My friends, all we did was go to our house on Wall Street and just create, write, and we didn't really think anything of it. We were just in there, just having fun. After school, that's where
Mm-hmm.
everybody met. And that's where this young lady comes in at, because that's how she got kind of used to us playing music, because they would hear music out the windows all the time.
Right.
And so I meet this guy, man, and he was like, just bring me something. So I brought him something, and he said, hold on, you did that on what? I said, yeah, I just kind of put the tape together, this, that song. He said, He said, man, you need to come to my house. I'm like, oh, that's how my mind went. Like, hold on.
Like, what you mean?
Me, and I was that kind of kid, And so
Yeah.
I go to his house, and man, you walk in there, and he pressed this button, and all this sound just came. It was like instruments that I've never heard before in that way. He had produced like commercials and all kind of stuff, and
He was already in that
he was in it
system.
already. So
Yeah.
he was writing. He was writing for like. He's the one that after I end up saying, okay, this is the reason why I want to do music. Okay, this is it, because he took me to my first studio when I was 16 years old, and I went in there, man, and I had wrote the song called "There's a Way," and I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I love this sound.
Right.
It's your sound. I said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. At that moment, I was just captivated in it. Man, we ended up writing a song called "There's a Way." 2 years, 3 years later, it ended up getting on the radio, and it was on every radio station in the Michiana area. So I
Man,
was
look at there.
just crazy, man.
Man, that set you
That's
right into the mode. That's a hell of a drop. You said what,
that
Nikki?
was I think there was a love song
Yeah, it's called "There's a Way."
was there. Yeah,
Yep.
I think I remember that song.
But see, you heard other songs too before "There's a Way."
I did a lot, a
A
lot.
lot
Oh
of
no,
songs.
Nikki.
Y'all played. What did you say,
Sorry
Coach?
about that, y'all. No, I was
No,
asking him, have I heard any or have you? And he was saying you have.
I think when you was with First Family, you might have played the first part of one, but we didn't get into
Hmm.
it. Y'all were so dynamic to me. I was just like, I want to hear y'all music.
No, man, that's man, we and I could share a little bit of that, y'all. Like at that time, I've been friends with Trav and them at that time. And they was doing songs with the likes of Wake 'em Up Records,
Yeah,
which is Stucky and everybody, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
they was messing with them. And then after they stopped messing with them, they came and started really just picking up on their own pace. When I met them, it was during school times. Yeah, hell yeah, I was out here being bad. You know what I'm saying? Breaking the rules. Ended up skipping school one day, and I skipped school over to Travis' house, and I got that our friendship like started on some whole me going over there with one of my close friends I done grew up with and finding out Travis burnt CDs, right? And I was
Uh,
like, I'm like, CDs. I'm like, wait, so if I ask him to give me this Pastor Troy Universal Soldier CD that I've been looking for, right? It's on. Like, I might have just made a new friend. Like I went to him. I said, bro, I will damn near give you $50 if you could make this CD for me.
wow.
And man, he was like, you don't even gotta charge me. Like from that point on, I was locked in. Fast forward to making music with them. The intro, right? That they got, oh no, no
yeah.
road like I wrote. I was supposed to be on the original song, right?
What?
Because I had wrote a verse, and that's when I had kind of like grasped everybody that rapped in the group, and they was like, "Yo, we need to put you on." The day they came over there, was they came over there and recorded it at his house. This real story, y'all. Can't make this up. I was supposed to be there. That was supposed to be my first time meeting Swang. and I didn't make it because I don't know what I was doing. To be honest, I don't know what I was doing, man. It lets you know that I had it. I wasn't paying attention to it like at that time.
Oh, but those type of things happen, man. I mean,
Yeah.
they, you know, shoot,
Then
it's
we
been
I
times.
got to make it. I still made it though. I still made it over there. Once I did, I had to shine in my own way.
But hey, I tell you what,
If you say I will is the name of the song, right?
yes,
Yeah.
when you made it, that song, yeah, still to this
Yeah.
day, that's one of my favorite songs. And I tell anybody, I said, man, that song needs to be on all radio stations. It was just, I
Yeah.
mean,
A
so
lot of people
catchy.
like that song still to this day.
Yeah,
Like it's crazy you even say it. It's like a,
it's
a
catchy.
modern song almost. You know what I mean?
It sound well. It's people trying to sound like that.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Shout out to October London too, y'all. Like
man.
that's another person that
Woo!
that's real life a close friend of mine. And
That
at
was
that
a
moment
beast.
right there, like we was all that was like the it moment when we all started getting together like that. Like,
I
me,
won't.
him, my
I
best
won't
friend
say.
Trav. Go ahead.
I won't say his real name. He's King
Yeah, I'm not.
October.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna say his real name to everybody. Y'all, if y'all
'Cause
know him, then y'all know who I'm
he's
talking
always
about.
been that talented. Always been that talented. Always.
Facts. Facts. And to even be able to share, them type of things with people, and I got hella stories. Like it's
Man,
ridiculous. I can go on and on about him, but to be in that position like that with people like that, talented, sharing your talents, coming together, creating crazy, what I mean, music, and we went to create more and more music after that together is a blessing.
it's
Man,
true.
big kudos to him and his
Man,
ventures with Death Row Records, the new Death Row Records to be
man,
exact. Snoop and everybody else over there, man. That's definitely a huge thing.
killing the game.
And like to not even take away from you, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you see how like it's crazy. I'm excited just for this moment because it, life give you full circles. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
And to
That's real talk.
be in that full circle and you come back, and I hook up with my cousin Nikki, and we connected because she reached out to me like, "Hey, cuz I
That's
see you
crazy.
over here doing what you're doing, man. I need you
That's
to
crazy.
come help me with some stuff over here." Like, like
You
I
go
said, it's
nowhere. I'm
easy,
staying in my lane. I'm a dance over here. I don't
right?
sing. I'm not. I'll be back.
And she was like, "Man, I'm connected with all these people, and these people are like, man, well, this is my friend, and I've been knowing him forever, and
Real
I
talk.
just got to point people out. So, like I
And
said,
that's
it's
real talk,
always
man.
cool.
Like they say, it's all about who you know.
Yeah, ain't that
Yeah,
it, man? For
it
real.
really is. It really is. And we've come a long way with the networking thing. I mean, big time. I can't
Hmm.
believe. I mean, literally on Blackify, we have artists all over the country, all over the world now.
That's
And
amazing.
it started with just networking, literally, and wanting, like I said, to do stuff the right way and give artists like you, you're just do not the pennies on the dollar, like no dollars on the dollar, let's
Right.
go, stop ripping people off on all this publishing stuff, where, we ain't doing that. Let's find a way to get away from that and bring, like I said, the authentic artists like yourself out, who are just doing things the right way and showing, the whole world that you don't have to, you know, cut off your nose to smite your face. How I go, yeah, you can
Hmm.
legit do things the right way, for real. And it's not about the money, right? Legit. I don't know. When I danced with the Hundred Center, we actually paid to dance. We didn't get paid to
Right.
dance. We paid to dance.
We used to call
And
that paying your dues.
That's
right.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. So, and that's what you want. Well, that's what we want. Well, that's what we need to see. We need to see another side other than, letting people think that, to be an artist, it's got to be dark.
No,
It's gotta be doing something foul.
I don't know
So
why.
we
I
have
don't know why they pushing that type of narrative. It doesn't have to be that. And I can
Right.
vouch for. I've met so many artists and opened for so many artists, and that's not what it is. I know they're trying to push that narrative right now because that's the thing sensationalism and it's for sound bites and but that's not it.
Yeah, and I love it. I love to see it. Like I said, you, October London. It's a bunch of artists out there getting it and doing it the right way.
Oh
And I love to see that's what we're pushing on Blackify, right? And shoot, we gotta Blackify every day, don't we, Cody? Gotta block
Man, all the
somebody.
time.
You know, let
yeah. I
Gotta
everybody
get
definitely
in.
some creepers.
I definitely would be tuning
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
in the midst, the third question is my next question, which is number three. In the midst of the busy schedule you got, you know what I'm saying? You just share with us what you do to get up every day to maintain the focus and stuff like that. In the midst of your busy schedule, how do you prioritize and maintain, the healthy work life, you know what I'm saying? Regular life balance, like how you balance them things out.
well, always treat if you marry, always treat your woman like a queen, first of
Yeah,
all.
that's
And
good.
let her know that she's important because hey, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without the backbone of her, being there
Right.
for them times when the music business is not going as good. And you got that
Hmm.
person looking at you like, so you gonna lay down or you gonna get up?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I always put God first in everything I do. I
Mhm.
keep him first. I have my own personal relationship with him. I don't have to, get into the details of that. But I try to make sure that I get up every day and I say, you gotta tell yourself sometimes, because sometimes people are just gonna give you noise. You gotta tell yourself that it's okay to be not as great as you want to be today,
Mm,
but
Mhm.
you can work at being great.
mm,
Mhm.
See what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you're not gonna meet those goals every day. You're not gonna get up and be 100%.
mm.
Sometimes you're
Mhm.
gonna have body aches, you're gonna have headaches, you're gonna have internal things you're dealing with. So you gotta be able to relate that to yourself, but make it okay that hey, I'm still gonna work towards the goal, but I'm
Mhm.
okay if I don't reach them like I want to. I'm still gonna be me the next day. I'm still gonna be me the weeks after. You just work towards the goals. You just put them into a perspective. I write things down. I write goals down. I write bad. Like they say. See, there you go. Like they say, if you can when I used to teach people in the community, some of the young artists, I would say, and I tell my son this and my daughter, I said, write down 10 things that's good about you and write down 10 things about you that you need to work on
Mm,
daily. If you can do that daily, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna meet those goals because you're not gonna be perfect. I mean, we strive to be perfect.
right.
We strive to be God-like, but we can't be God because we're flesh and we're humans. But we strive to be God-like. We strive to be perfect, and you can't be perfect. You being perfect, then you trip and fall. Does it make you not good?
Right.
No, you
No.
just had it. It's natural. Some things are just gonna happen.
Right.
You just got to get back up and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real, man. That's a good strategy too, man. 10 things about you love, and then 10 things you know you need to work on. That's a good move, especially telling not only yourself but your kids as well. You know what I mean? Like you want them to be kind of having that same thinking pattern that you have. You always not the second guess. I don't like calling it second guessing because I never go against myself. I don't learn to not do that. I like to call it accepting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you need to accept because without you doing it first, nobody will understand anything.
That's it.
If you're trying to share it with them, you'll be digging for freestyle answers
Yeah.
for the rest of your life if you're gonna live that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy because, all right, you get a Christmas gift, right? You
Hmm.
say when you're young, you say, "Man, Dad, Mom, can y'all get me so and so and so?" And you open the gift, and it's not the gift you wanted. You look
Mm,
if you're selfish, you're gonna look at the gift, you're gonna start to complain. If you're not selfish, you're gonna be like, at least I got a gift. It's not what I wanted, but I can make do with this. So
Indeed.
you either gonna accept life for what it is and keep it moving, or you're gonna always have a battle. And that's the part that I try not to gravitate to, because it's always going to be a struggle in front of you. It's always going to be not enough money, not enough this, and those are the things where a lot of these younger artists get caught up in, and they find themselves repeating what they see on TV, what everybody else is doing, and they don't even become their own artists. They're that artist.
Yep.
Just I like Michael Jackson and Prince, James Brown. I like all of them. Kendrick Lamar. I like all these new artists, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I need to separate myself and be in my own lane. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to get caught in as an artist. I highly understand that because a lot of people be like, man, who you listen to locally? Like you ever it's like it's not that I don't support my city local artists, but I know all the good ones and I done actually got a chance to work with almost every last one of them out there, if not have personal relationships. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not look. Everybody kind of sound cliche, so it's like I mean, what am I looking to like when nobody is separating themselves, like you said? Like that's what made the likes of you and Utmost Records. So man, so many of like
So many
South
DJ
man, so many of the DJ Rick.
in
You
the
know
dark
his
productions.
sound alone,
Oof.
like made the city be like, hey, it's either DJ Rick. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody. You know, if you
Oh,
don't
in
if
the
you don't
dark
got your
productions.
or in the dark,
Come on.
yeah, that's another one. Like I can go.
That's
My brother even like I got a big brother, y'all that TSWANG know. Like my brother Willie Chin, man, done work with numerous artists in the city. I know people like Chosen One,
yeah.
Cho One now from Ground Up Studios. Y'all like I can go on and on. Like so many collective different style artists that we had and we still got them, but some of them, you know what I mean, like some of them not doing it, some of them doing other things, but
Right.
to see
Where
where
did it
it's at
go?
now, to see where the music at in the city at now is man, it's crazy.
It's nuts, man.
But
It's
is but so do
so
y'all feel
many.
like it's growing? The music business in South Bend, do y'all feel like it's growing? Do y'all think people just kind of scattered and fell silent, or what y'all think? What's going on out
But well, it's a lot of new artists that's picking up where a lot of the seasoned artists left off from. So yeah, it's definitely growing. It's growing in a different direction, but it's growing.
Hmm. I agree.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, and I would add that a lot of the artists, they come from the seasoned people. Like if some of the younger artists now is probably
Yeah.
somebody's kids or something. You know what I'm saying? So to
Yeah.
them to come in and they gotta understand it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't, some of them do. Like I said, some music is cliche, some music is not, and it's cool to hear the ones that you'll be able to tell, even if it do sound like somebody else's music they put a spin on it. So you'll be able to digest and pick out whoever it is. But yeah, I
That's
would say
true.
the same thing.
That's what's
That's
up.
true.
That's what's up. 'Cause we definitely want to do some shows out there too for Black to Five. Um, we got a nice following out there. I mean, I was like, where y'all come from? I mean, not just musicians, but, business folks. And I'm like, well, I know people, but like you said, these are our offspring. Like, these are
Right.
our babies that we grew. And now here they are. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess y'all grown
You'll
now.
be
Okay.
amazed. You'll
For
be
real.
amazed how many people follow you and recognize what you're doing, and you be like,
Hmm.
you be thinking to yourself, is it getting out there like it's supposed to? But
Yeah.
they, man,
Hmm.
I'll go into the casino sometimes, and people I don't even know be like, Swang, and I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Or how you doing? Know 'em. You don't know them, but they know who you are. That's why you gotta be
Right.
very careful,
Man.
Yeah.
because there's so many people out here that know what you're doing. Then you
Right.
realize,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I told
Facts.
people too on Blackify. Like, let's say, we put up one of your videos and it looked like you only had one like. On the side, it's telling us that you got 500 views, or you got all these views, and just okay, so one person took the time to say like. You never know who's watching it, who's looking at you.
never
People will
know.
tell me, they'll be
You
like,
never
"Oh, I
know.
saw you this, this, and this." I'm like, "You didn't like it, so I guess okay, you saw it though. All right, so okay."
Right.
Sometimes
You
people
want
do
to
not want to
follow
press
it?
that button.
It's
You like
okay.
you can
Never.
press the
That's why I'm not doing that either. No, don't like and subscribe for Black to Fight. We just gonna get paid. Period. Just pay your dollar. Like
I
it, your
tell
dollar.
you.
Pay your dollar.
Ain't that it?
That's
That it's like you're an artist and you like, hey, um, artists, we gotta eat.
right.
We coming to you, hey, I want you to do this show. I want you to get up there, do everything you do, but I ain't gonna be able to pay you.
Right. Oh no. What
That defeats the
happened?
Man.
purpose. I mean, I
And
love doing
then
what I do.
and then nowadays, like, it ain't set up like it used to be. You used to be able to go in and be like, "Hey, man, we'll take this if you're not giving us this. We'll take half of the door," or because
Right.
usually you'll provide a crowd or something like. That's where we got good at people because it was like, hold on, like we're not gonna keep doing this for free. Like we come in here 30 people, you know what I'm
Man,
saying? Turn it up, and then when we leave, they leave with us. Y'all got to give us
you know,
something. Like we
come
got to
on, give
get
us
something out of
something.
it.
And what about
That
when you
though,
got something
I never, huh?
you got something
I never
like
understood.
on the show?
I never
Oh,
understood that. I never understood how you want to see somebody, you like what they do, but let me just go in here and grab this burger for free.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works. Not even at McDonald's.
No way.
You can't taste the burger without paying for it.
If you ain't at home, you ain't gonna
Man,
go outside and get nothing free.
man, nothing. But they expect for an artist to get up there and just go ahead, man. I want you to sweat, do the dances, do everything, and yeah, then just
Man,
thank
they
you.
just throw them little strings on the back of your neck and they just go
Yeah,
ahead puppetize you real quick.
and you be like, yo, man, hold up. That's why to this
Man,
day I'd be like, okay, I have to contract you, I have to contract you, I have to contract you, because those contracts stand still and people understand that it's about their business at that point.
man, for real.
period.
Uh, so I got three more questions, but I'm gonna combine
Okay,
two of them together, right? And one of them is what keep you motivated and passionate, and the other one is how do you adapt. So it's like they kind of go together. That's why I'm gonna put them together today.
okay.
Like adaptation is a real thing when it comes to creation. Like no matter what you create, if you don't adapt with the time, you will get
Uh,
left in time.
That is true.
Uh, and you manage, as I see, to be able to keep up with that, man, and still incorporate, you know, like people that's always keeping up outside of what you doing, like Lady Resin,
Oh man, yeah.
Shorty G, uh, the likes of people like that that keep you in the mode. So, like, what do you do and how do you do it? Like, what's your formula of doing that? I want to know.
Well, it's real simple. I try to treat people like I want to be treated for one,
Hmm.
and I try to always step on new technology, uh, new ways to engage or interact with my fans. With I call them the S Squad. Whoever support me or whoever don't support. I try to make sure that I'm being real from my perspective and not come off fake because people feel that.
mhm.
Um, as far as being adaptable, I think if you are a musician or an artist and you listen the way you're supposed to. Because I know there's some artists who are seasoned artists, they get a little stagnant and they don't want to change. They don't want to change their sound. You ain't got to necessarily change your whole style, but you have to put in the new sound sometimes to keep yourself relevant. I mean, I think Teddy Riley does excellent job of that. Dr. Dre and all them guys, you know, they do Battle Cat. They all do an excellent job of pushing their sound forward, but making sure it's relevant. My guy Jay Styles, who's an incredible writer, make sure that they stay current, because if you don't stay current, nobody's listening to you but you. It makes no sense, because us musicians and artists, we try to put our music out for people to listen to, even if we're not getting positive feedback on it. We still want to be heard. So if you're not being heard, seen, and relevant, then you can't adapt.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's good. That makes sense.
No, I agree with that. I like that answer too, because I done got back and I done had a chance to, I had got my music bug sparked, moved out here to the West Coast. I quit doing a lot of that stuff for like the first 3 years, like I had to get on my feet again, just wanted to start fresh, man. I did a lot at home already from a young age to the time I was there. And I was like, it's time for me to make something new, carve a new path. I got out here in 2016. I didn't start dropping music again until like 2020, 2021. Uh, and I mean, I got some stuff coming out now. You know what I mean? This stuff out not right now. I got that's recent.
Already
Me
know.
and Trav, me and
Already know.
Trav just did another one. Yeah, my project is gonna be called The Last Straw because it's
Woo!
like I'm kind of at the not at the wits with music, but I'm just I feel like I'm ready to put my last straw in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah.
bro.
Uh,
Hey, I get it. I get it, man. It's this business. It's different. It's different this day and time. But
hmm
beautiful thing about this day and time is that we have everything that's accessible to us. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can a
Facts.
video. You put a video up like that now. You want somebody to know about your new song? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, like that now. Push up a button. You know,
hmm
booking agent. You want to see my numbers? Like that now. Spotify. So on and so on and so on. It's just everything's. I mean, even if
You don't
you
have to wait.
even if you do decide to quit, in which I hope you don't. Hope you don't. Love your style, man. I love your style, and I
Appreciate it,
just
man.
say that if you do decide, you still gonna get residual income.
Facts. Yeah, and I mean, I like I produce and stuff. I made beats then too. Like I done
See, I
just got way better. Yeah,
never
I'm like a Swiss Army knife, bro.
see
In all
Tanika.
reality,
He was holding things back. He didn't tell me that part. See, Tanika,
but
he didn't tell me that.
I feel so myself.
so
Yeah,
yeah, I was doing that. I was doing that at that time.
I'm
I couldn't have known that.
Yeah. And that came off of inspiration. Like I was always around that stuff. Like I said, my brother, like I was always with him. I had a chance to be with him in some sessions, like seeing him work stuff and even at his own personal house,
Wow.
how his process went. And growing up, I wouldn't have told him like I always loved music. Like that's just been one of my passions. Like, but
It's
I
just
just never told myself I was gonna be like good with it. Like
you
you
are
seen that earlier on, right? You seen it earlier on in my younger days. I shared a
Tanika.
story earlier,
Tanika, he's a beast.
I know.
man.
I used to babysit this dude.
What?
Yeah, yeah. This is like my real cousin for real. Yeah,
Oh man, that's crazy right there. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So I
was he
yeah.
was he flowing in his pampers? Was he like
He didn't do no stuff.
he was doing?
Look,
He don't step.
I definitely was one of the ones that was dancing. Like all my cousins, like my whole family.
Man,
Man,
that's all we do, man. That's all we do.
on each side, like on my brother's side of the family and my mom's side of the family, like
See,
everybody was always doing something.
Tanika got jokes. She keep telling everybody she used to beat me at nightlife and the dance contest. She got
I
jokes.
was waiting on this.
I choose.
Look, it
No,
sounded
man,
like it went the other way around.
they was lit. They back then, they was lit. They used to
Yeah,
kill.
you couldn't
They
tell
used to
them
kill.
nothing, huh?
Couldn't tell them nothing. They used to kill, bro. Trying to tell you, they used to kill.
Man,
If you go against them in a dance contest, you better bring it.
look,
Yeah.
man, it was in the it's in the genes. Hey, look, it's in the genes for sure because man, I remember my cousins and my auntie Willie, she used to love to dance too, and she taught my cousin Jamal and them. It was all the nieces and nephews and her kids. They ABC
Oh
Aisha,
wow!
yeah. Hey, they had to go perform it at a talent show when we was
What?
young. And I wish I had I wish I had the video footage, bro. I'm telling you, like they had the airbrush shirts with the
Oh,
whole get on. It was cool as
so
hell. Like I
they had
remember
the whole
seeing that.
get up.
Hell yeah. And like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, damn, I'm like, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
I'm like,
back
man, I be playing around. Like I used to play like trapping them and tell you too, like all the new dances that was coming up, like snap dances and all that.
yeah.
Like I used to keep up with a lot of that stuff, you know, like cause I was just like that. And they
Well,
always used to come to me.
dance had always been a part of my whole setup, my whole show.
Facts.
Always mix it, intertwine it. So it's like, but Tanika, they the one,
Yeah, she was
they
there.
was
She always been doing
they the one, they was actually dancing. Like
it.
before I saw the group Soul Purpose back in the day, they crew,
They was
man, they
different.
was beast.
Man.
Tanika in my line.
No, sir. But that's what I'm saying. I'm no spring chicken. My mama made me dance for Mother's Day at church. Man, I was sweating like a Hebrew slave. I was sweating. I'm like, I'm too old. And I'm 2 songs, bro. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. You do it. I'm like, because you dance like for your whole thing, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah,
Man.
I'm too old for that. I ain't, I don't have it like you got it. No, you still got it. No, I had
I,
it.
I try. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
try.
his energy been up there like that, like anytime.
yeah, I love it.
You only can do the robot so many ways.
Right.
All right, man. One more time, one more question, man, and
Yes,
then
sir.
I'm gonna let you go ahead, drop your new premieres and upcoming stuff and all that, and then I'm gonna let everybody get on to their way. The last question of the show is: what advice would you give to somebody that's in your position, not necessarily in your shoes, but headed into that position, and you got a chance to actually share something that's valuable for them to take, and them not be clouded to what they about to do? What would you be able to share with them?
Well, for one, always, like I said before, keep God in your life. Believe in that. I
Mhm.
believe it. So I keep them in my life. Always have an open ear, open mind, and be willing to listen. A lot of people, they lose a lot of things because they are not willing to listen. And I see
Mhm.
that so much in the music industry. People just don't want to listen because they feel like their way is better. No, sometimes your way is not better. So you got to be able to listen, and you got to be able to always keep yourself knowledgeable of, like I said, new technology and the new way of doing things, because you don't want to fall off and then be scraping and trying to ask people later, how do you do this? How do you get on the radio and that things? If someone is telling you that and they're right in your presence, like I had with Roger Troutman, like I had with Teddy Riley, like I had with people like that. When I was opening for Usher, when I was opening for Genuine, I was opening for people like that. grown, I got a chance to talk to these people and say, man, how do you stay in the game? And they said, first of all, you always got to be adaptable. You always got to have your ears and eyes open and be the new next thing. Don't try to copy what someone else is
Mm-hmm.
already. If you copy it, do it in a way to where it becomes your own.
Mm-hmm.
And stay on your craft. If you're in the keys, if you're in the writing, if you're into arranging, if you're into uh, choreographing or whatever, man, know your craft ins and outs because someone is going to test you sooner or later.
Man, and ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been a definitely been a fun one.
I
I
love it.
Yeah.
enjoyed this. Anytime you want to come hop on the platform, man, you my guest. Uh, this is branch for me to you, Nikki. Blacktify in the building. This definitely was a Blacktify promotion. Shout out to my cousin for coming in here interviewing with me. It's always a pleasure to be able to even share times with family near or far. Uh, Go ahead, get the people your shout outs and where they can reach you and what you got coming up.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to my guy Priest. I know, man. You're not on here. We gonna connect, bro. Big shout out.
So,
Big shout out to In the Dark Productions. Got B Man, Short G, my A&R. Coffee Bean. I can't wait to get down on that track with you. Blacktify. Come on. I mean, this everyday grind. Come on.
come
Can't
on now.
can't we can't do this without y'all, man. I mean, artists, we
Hey,
need this type of platform, and I'm so graciously proud that y'all asked me to be the first artist to come on here and be a part of it and jump this thing off.
yes,
I'm,
sir.
I'm so in love with this, so I just want to let y'all know that. I do have some things coming up. I'm working on the album. I know I ain't no quitters out there right now. It's still making its waves. I got a new single coming out. It's called The Weekend, which hopefully will premiere on here. First
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
time being is on here. That's I'm just getting back to the basics of R&B, R&B, hip hop, soul. And the new album coming out, I haven't titled it yet, but it has some crazy songs on it. Has some R&B, some old school flavor on there. I can't live without my talk box. I'll be bringing that on there, and doing some live shows coming up. So y'all get ready for that. That's going to be happening soon. And hopefully I can work with this choreographer over here one day again, Miss Tanika and her crew. And we're gonna hopefully shoot a video to the weekend, get that popping, and then just keep your eyes and ears open. There's a lot going on with Bentley Records, of course. My label, big shout out to my management team. Funk Hop Productions, man, which is my company. Big shout out to my queen, ah, my family. Definitely want to thank my fans, man. Without the fans, I said it till I'm dead and gone, man. Can't do this without y'all. So y'all support means a lot. Thank you.
Man, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all popping in here. There's been another beautiful episode of Everyday Grind. And I always tell y'all, man, don't never stop because you don't know what's gonna be in front of you tomorrow. So stay on it.
Amen. Take care.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out.